So I'm guessing it wasn't all a cup of tea, a walk in the park. There have got to have been some obstacles along the way. What I would love to hear about are the ones that surprised you.
Well, I just was talking about one a little bit because, we do have, with obstacles, we do have a lot of time unexpected macro obstacles, such as, a tsunami hits or the stock market drops a whole lot. Those kinds of things are things that we don't have control over. Then we have sort of the more micro obstacles, which are things that we do have control over and sometimes don't manage as well as we could have, such as what we eat and how much we weigh. I know that from a personal standpoint. Or our level of debt, or even just our basic skill level. And then we have what I call the unknown obstacle, which is the voice in your head. And Arianna Huffington calls this the obnoxious roommate in your head. And we all have that, where we just think, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I don't deserve this. And we all have to deal with how are we going to handle that, because when we take a risk, things don't always turn out how we want them to. And we have two choices. We can wallow in self-pity and say, I'm stupid, why did I think I deserved this in the first place? And if I hadn't done this and this and this and this, I wouldn't, and if I was smarter, I wouldn't have done that. And and I call it, if you watch football, it's like piling on. And it just keeps getting worse and worse. Or the other thing that you can do is say, okay, everybody makes mistakes. What did I learn from what happened in both, in the way that I deal with others in the external world, and what mistakes did I make that I'm going to change next time? And if I look at what those external factors were, I'm not going to do something when I think the stock market is at its height. I'm not going to buy that day. And I'm going to watch for that external factor, and I'm going to also not going to do more due diligence myself before I jump in. So I've got two factors, my own internal reaction, and I've got the external judgment, and I'm going to learn from that, and next time I've got a much better chance of being successful. Well, that's how we grow. And really, life is about growth. And that is my whole thing about mentorship, too, is that mentorship is about growth. And for any of us to have a mentor, we just have to be willing to say, I'm open to growth. I am willing to move on from where I am right now and try something different. And a mentor is going to encourage me to do that. So we can find mentorship in anybody.